So should we talk about what we're doing or?
Well, let's just say congratulations. Let's do a quick cheers to this one. This is the
Yeah.
first ever recorded podcast for us. How many episodes?
This is huge, folks.
This is huge. But how many episodes just without video?
20 something.
I don't remember.
I don't even know.
We made it to 20 something. All right. So here's to the first one. I just say congratulations to everyone here.
I don't drink. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
This is the guy with the cup full of vodka.
Quick sip. Ready to go though for the first one. We're gonna be reacting, but live to the presidential debate. And as you can see, I'm a Joe Biden fan, so I'm just hoping for the best for him. And but welcome to another Monday, fellas.
Another Monday, fellas.
Sorry, I meant fools.
Gotta be on brand, dude. Come on.
It's my first episode here.
Yeah.
I'm a little nervous. Dude, what's crazy is like sometimes Biden's just like staring out into the open, just like zoned out.
What trips me out is like how soft his voice is.
Well, he's old, man.
Well, I know, but it's
That's
just
the whole point with Trump. He's kind of like, oh, I got that fucking big dick energy. Wait, was that 7 seconds? So there's a drinking game.
Oh yeah.
There's like, if shit happens, fucking boom.
Oh, no.
You want me to show you what it was?
It's a big ass list.
But what's like the main rules? Like
Hand gesture.
Yeah,
oh
the
man,
Trump.
that's shit get fucked up with
Anyone that stops for more than 3 seconds.
Joe Biden.
Yeah. For Biden, the main one was like if he calls Trump a convicted felon, or if he tells a childhood story that never happened.
Ooh, I like that convicted felon one.
How many more minutes until I can sleep?
For real, dude. There was one recent, he was at a rally, Biden. And then he's reading off the teleprompter, right? So it's just like boom, 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 whatever. Then it's a cue for like him to pause to like allow people to
He says pause?
He says pause, dude. I'm like, blah, 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 blah. Pause. And everyone's like, it's like, what the fuck are you doing, dude?
I think I remember seeing that.
What's fucked is I'm telling you, it's a 2 minute delay. There's no news people around or people.
Oh yeah, they took that away this year.
Why though? Like that's fucking weird.
Because that guy that wore the striped sweater, remember? You remember that one? That was from the.
Oh, he had the claws and shit.
Yeah, he was just right there.
You can run, but you can't hide. Bitch. The guy that was sitting in the
The
front.
chunky guy,
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Okay. I remember now.
They were making it such a big deal. I don't even know why. Well, I am a senior, and
Yeah.
Well, that's what's fucked because they both fucking like.
yeah, they both get that check.
Oh, he needs some water.
Oh yeah, that was one of them. When you go ahead.
I gotta get over the senses because I need to drink some water. That's not true, right? Because fucking Warren Buffett pays like 30.
He said millionaires pay 1%. We gotta be millionaires real quick, man.
No, I want to be like
You
Trump.
hear that, folks?
I don't want to pay
Make
anything.
us millionaires.
Indeed, before he speaks, he has like a quick brain blast to like try to put pieces together to make it make it make sense.
It's probably like the Tom Brady comedy where there's a screen right there. And you're reading it.
Yeah.
I mean, they might, but why would they allow that?
Maybe that's why they didn't allow people in this
They
year.
both agreed to it. Oh, we made
Yeah,
up some
that's a
shit.
sip.
Handshake or hand motions.
But aren't they also taking that from their checks?
Yeah. Do you think, the terrorist threat's got to be so high right now, don't you think? Like,
Here?
because of all the people that have been coming in since the whole... I
guess.
would think so, bro. Especially with all the Hamas shit and Israel and...
How do you stop that? Just closing the borders? You know that
No,
Canadian
but it
border
does
is
help.
fucking wide open, right?
It does help.
A little bit. Big old smile, dude. Nah, he got me.
I do agree with him in some ways. It's just with AI coming, like how if fuck, I don't know.
Did you
With
see that?
AI coming, maybe immigrants is more needed.
Did you see that AOC shit?
No, wait, with their feet
Yeah.
like this?
Huh?
Oh, no.
Yeah, yeah. No, they were because so with AI they have like
Oh yeah.
leaked fucking nudes and shit of one of the senators.
You
Senators.
see so many
Or
people
Congress.
like, I wish he was Republican.
But yeah, she's all fucking pissed off. It was like,
She's pretty,
I mean,
though,
obviously-
for, hey, come
oh
on.
shit, there's cameras. Now. Nah, hell no, dude.
Come on, bro. For a politician?
Yeah, because they're all fucking old besides her. Like,
Okay, then.
no, dude.
We're in agreement.
No, there's some good old looking ones.
Like who? Sarah Palin?
Who'd you say? Nancy Pelosi?
Tulsi Gabbard.
Oh.
She's pretty. And she can shoot a gun.
You know who watches Joe Rogan?
That. I mean, they're pretty solid politicians.
Worst border in the history of the world? Why don't they fact check that? 2 minutes.
Oh, yeah.
What? That's not real.
Jamie, can you pull that up?
No, that was the whole point of the 2-minute thing, so that they could fact check him.
And they did
So
it.
where's the fact check?
That's what I'm
That's why.
saying. Like, that's completely false. Like you're talking. They can say like, "Oh, well, I was exaggerating."
Technically not the history of the world. Look at you, bud.
Ugh, his face. Look at that shit.
That fucking mask sucks, bro. Just kidding.
Just watching. Fuck
Imagine
yeah.
he's like, make America.
Wait, who's saying him? Watching just pull the hat out. Just like,
When did the script flip? They're reading off the wrong team. Scripts are in reversed.
Screw the main role. I'm VP.
imagine.
I'm here to announce Joe Biden's my VP. It is crazy that Trump did agree to do it on CNN. Fake news, folks. CNN.
Strategery. That's another one. If you talk shit about what's his name?
Oh yeah.
Don Lemon?
No, that fucker's not there anymore. Tucker. No, not Tucker Carlson.
The CNN guy.
Yeah. Yeah, the fucking guy.
I don't care about news reporters like that. The only news reporter I listen to is Alex Jones.
Jake Tapper.
Yeah,
Oh,
Jake the Snake.
Jake the Snake.
What'd he say?
Oh, they said rape.
It sounded like he said blow me. Look at him. Big old smile.
Why is he biting his lips like that? Or am I blind?
No.
He's just like
Oh,
He just doesn't have lips, dude.
all dried as fuck.
it's just the skeleton.
Water would be nice.
Water.
Yeah, that's not the normal people. Those are big
The
corporations.
pear phone was doing great when I was the president.
I had a flip phone, folks. What is it? Did he or is going to? 10% is not that much.
Dude, his eyes are wide open, bro.
And another thing, they're standing up because Trump. That's what one of the stipulations he wanted
He wanted it to be
to
standing
be standing up. Don't be a dick, man.
2 minutes, bro. Maybe they do the fact check and then they release it later, or like the next day, or
No,
whatever.
this is live.
But where's the fact check? It's probably for after.
The 2 minutes is bullshit, dude. Like, they've already edited it
Oh, I see what you... Well, then why are they letting it go through?
because it's on. That's why. It's a bullshit excuse to like. Oh, we need 2 minutes. They were saying because you never know something medically might happen to one of them.
Well,
No.
you have to.
You don't want to show that.
No,
No,
you
well,
never know
that's
if
what,
someone runs in there and just blows up.
but that's what the 7 seconds are for. 7 seconds is still a long time to like cut the feed.
Yeah, I guess
2
that's true.
minutes, like that's a long time, dude. Like she
Alright,
enjoys it though.
I was gonna say maybe they use AI or some shit too.
Oh, so they're not even up
AI
there.
is so advanced, dude. Like,
Is he? I
all
thought
right,
he
so
retired already.
Joe Biden studied right there. Let's fill it in
Yeah.
for a while.
It's just so excited. He's watching out.
Dude,
What?
he looks like he doesn't look like that any standard, but then when he starts talking, his
Holy
eyes.
shit! Do you see it? He just has strings and he's.
Yeah.
Dude, he looks like he's reading out something.
It's weird because Trump looks this way, right?
Yeah.
And he looks. I mean, maybe the moderators are split.
I think it's because they're like facing each other. Like the moderators and them are facing each other. So I think he's just talking to them like directly. Like he's looking at them as he's talking.
What's that white line between them though?
But if we're being real, right? Let's say the courts did say, hey, there was some shit going on. How do you go to the American people and say, oh, yeah.
That's weird. How did those get there?
Yeah. Like, you have to go, oh, yeah, it's a clean election. There's just nothing, there's no benefit in saying, even if Trump was right, there's no benefit in saying he's right. Because now the country, you for the rest of the, you guys are, like now, you guys have done it. Like, how do you go from there? Like, you can't. Doesn't matter if it is rigged or not. If it was rigged, you can't say it's rigged. You just can't. And that's, that doesn't matter.
You can.
No, you can't. Because then how is anyone going to take voting seriously from then on?
It still works.
What do you mean?
What did I see today?
Hold on, my script.
Shit.
Just kidding.
Just 20, 45, 50.
What are you, like, 6'3" tall, 6'5",
Oh,
6',
shit.
230?
I never said that.
I said I can take Derrick Henry.
But yeah, I mean, right? I mean, how do you go from?
I feel like people don't trust the voting system right now.
Yeah, but then can you imagine if you say, the courts found that there is proof that they rigged it.
Okay, but
Then it's even worse.
what was the rig? Like, what was rigged?
I don't know. Let's just say
Because it's still the
envelopes. I don't know, AI or the machines.
You know,
whatever.
it doesn't matter voting, right? It's the electoral college.
Yeah, at the end of the day, yeah, sure, we have people that will decide for the people.
But see, that's the thing. Like,
It's a loophole.
there's
right?
certain states. I don't think it's all states, but
It is all states.
Is it all?
All state insurance.
You're good.
Are you gonna?
But it's I don't think it's all of them, but the electoral college, they're supposed to vote with the majority of this area voted. Say the majority voted Democrat. That electoral college voter has to
It's
vote
supposed
Democrat.
to, but he doesn't have to.
But there's some states where they don't have to. They can vote whatever they want.
I don't think it matters on state. I think it's in the
it-
Constitution that everyone can decide what's best
I
for the
think
country.
Jamie, check
Uh,
fact check this. Yeah. No,
Yeah.
but I
So
feel
you're saying that like if one state there's 100 million voters that vote Democrat or whatever,
Yep.
the whatever you're saying can still say fuck it, we're going Republican.
yes.
each state has a certain amount of electoral college based on representatives. Right? Like,
So
that is-
depending on the population.
Oh, I think I remember something like
equates to
that.
how many representatives you get?
Hmm.
Yeah. So some will have more, but that's why there's two different powers because there's one where each get two. I think. I don't know. I'm
No,
not
no,
educated.
you're
Just
You're talking about senators.
I have a MAGA hat on, bro. Like,
You're talking about senators. There's 2 senators for every state.
yeah, but that's what keeps the power
No.
because there's representatives and then there's the two.
The representatives are where we have more basic
No,
population.
just kidding. It was rigged. Just kidding. But I could have sworn that at the end of the day, they're supposed to do what the people wanted. But if they decide that this is what's best for the nation, then they will vote another way if
Mhm.
they have to. That's what I could have sworn that I remember, like 10 years ago of my high school education. That as a business owner, bro,
That's
how do you
never
feel?
that's never gonna work, dude.
A fair tax system. Come on, bro.
A flat tax would kind of fix that, right?
I think a flat tax would. Like, why ain't... Like, honestly, the only time I would ever increase taxes is like, hey, we're going to war. Like a World War
to get
III
more
shit.
money out.
Yeah. Like, yeah, let's fucking pump money into military.
But can't you say we're always at war, though?
Did you see when he pulled out and all those Arabs fell off the plane?
Oh, yeah.
It was like Tom Cruise, bro.
Fucking Afghanistan.
Damn, bro, that's crazy. That's sad, bro. Honestly, I was feeling bad about, like, especially all the, like, I don't want to get my reasons wrong because I don't know what each, but all the ones that helped the United States military to, like, help them in military strategy and, all that shit. Like, damn. Like, some of those, they did it so they could get people to come to the United States. Like, we did fuck over some families. Like, that's the part that made me sad.
Afghanistan?
Well, like I said, I don't know specifically what region and, but there was, like, they did help U.S. military, there's insiders.
But think like, okay, you're not increasing taxes and you're starting all these programs.
But that's the thing. He is increasing.
No,
Democrats usually increase taxes. They usually increase taxes.
But he's not. He's saying he's going to not increase them. How are you going to not increase them and start other programs?
Is he going to do Bidenomics?
Reaganomics. I don't think that's true.
Hey, pass a 2-minute fact check.
But how do we know that, I don't know if Iran was broken up.
I think they're very modernized, actually, Iran.
Do they have weapons of mass destruction?
They do.
Should we send the troops in or what?
Probably should. Let's keep them in check.
How about we say they have it, and then we go in there and get the oil?
Oh, that's actually
a great idea, huh?
They should just tell us.
I don't think we've ever done that before, right?
What's fucked about that is, like, dude, if you would have told me you're just going to go in there for oil, I'm like, all right, fuck it.
All right, fuck. Yeah, whatever. Okay. Oh, you telling me my gas prices are going down?
Exactly.
All right, send them in.
Why haven't we been doing this before? He was holding that fucking Middle East together, though.
I know.
He said it.
See, here's a, like...
Jesus.
Do not doze off, Mr. Biden. Please.
He was ready to walk off.
Mr. Biden, the nap time's not on yet, all right?
Man, this motherfucker got a 5 hit. But he salutes the troops like this. Yes, sir.
God damn, when he turned, holy shit. Kind of looks familiar.
Hey, whoa. My shit's not fucking that far back. Dude, did you hear about Robert Kennedy?
What's going on?
So he was supposed to be on this shit.
I saw Trump said he'll debate him.
Yeah, like, Trump will fucking debate anyone.
Yeah.
But he was supposed to be in part of this as an independent.
But there's a criteria on what you need to do.
So it's like you have to have 15% of the vote, like, or it's like a poll. So they do polls, and you're supposed to be 15%. You're supposed to be in X amount of states to have at least 270 electoral college votes, and he only had like 8. It was like 100 and fucking, what was it? I wrote it down somewhere. 138.
What are these that you're reading off of?
Huh? Oh,
What are these letters?
I too have my notes.
So he's off by 2?
No, like,
what?
It's 138. He needs 270.
Oh.
So they're saying, like, if he were to run for president, you wouldn't even get the votes to win. That's why they didn't allow him to be on this debate.
Yeah, that's why there's a criteria. Because then, we just let anyone
What's to
debate
stop
up there?
yeah, Kanye West and shit.
You gotta,
Yeah.
But, like, RFK, like, I would vote for that guy. But I'd vote for him because he wants to dismantle a lot of shit.
As an independent, I mean.
No, he was.
It's like Bernie.
He was in a party, but then he realized, hey, both these fucks.
Well, he has to run as an independent. He's going to take votes away from Biden, though.
I think he takes votes away from both of them. Because there's both Republicans and Democrats that would vote for that guy.
Maybe. There's a Republican that started supporting Biden because he didn't like the way Trump handled that riot.
The June 6th?
January 6th.
January 6th?
Yeah.
Sorry if I got my J's
June,
confused.
July.
June, July, January. It's all the same. That's so dumb though, cause you could see there's like literally like proof of fucking them telling the security guards just step back.
Mm-hmm.
That's crazy. You know that famous picture of that dude going like this, with the horns on his head?
Shawn Michaels.
That dude's fucking like straight mental. Like
He was shaking, folks.
From standing for so long.
his legs are getting all
Crampy.
noodled. Wait, who said that? About replacing Biden?
It's not replacing. It's just like leaving it open, I guess.
Here comes Gavin Newsom, bro. It's gonna come in with a Stone Cold Steve Austin theme song.
So where's the VP fucking nomination or the?
Did we miss it?
No.
Bro, why does he look like that?
Stop smiling. I can't. Oh, I better knock a brawl. You guys are never right about anything.
Bro, why do none of these guys have
You
lips?
hear that?
Exactly,
You hear
yeah.
that? You know what, bro? I'd rather have someone that doubles down on it than.
I like my president to lie to me.
They could both lie to you, but there's flip floppers, and then there's just like, fuck it, I believe in myself, I'm going in.
Fuck it, we'll do it live.
Yeah, exactly. Look at the whole history of it. That's obviously bullshit. He always says that shit.
Yeah, you can tell.
No
like,
one reads the Bible as best as me. Okay, like, come on, obviously, you know? I mean, you heard both sides, right? The first one said that, Biden's fucking hard to pill swallow. He said some shit, blah, blah. And then they put in this guy, and, Trump fucking lied, blah, 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 blah. So, CNN's just playing the fence right now.
That's a core fucking thing.
I mean, right? Shouldn't it be? So you don't, okay? It's not my concern that my president might be stupid as fuck.
Isn't that why we have vice presidents though?
Yeah, Kamala Harris.
Is she gonna be the one that running for VP?
She is.
They already said it.
Yeah.
Ah, fuck that shit. But I mean, that's what the VP's for.
Yeah. I
So
know,
if
to
you want to
step
say
in.
like, well, hey, fuck it, vote for the VP, then like there
Well,
might
they
be a chance she's gonna take over.
They should have got rid of Kamala.
I mean, the vice presidents have their own debate, no?
Why?
Because they still gotta fucking do something.
Well, Kamala doesn't have to debate with anyone, bro. Doesn't make her look stupid right there.
I'm sure they will.
Maybe that's their plan. That's why he doesn't announce
Don't
the
come.
VP. Don't come.
Don't come.
The fuck is Shaq doing back there?
I'm here to vote for Trump. Make sure you eat Papa John's.
Have to put
That
the,
fucker has
the
business on
subtitles?
top of business, no?
The subtitles.
Oh, the bouncing.
The
shit.
little ball. Yeah.
There's a guy, one of the candidates, right? For vice president.
Him?
One of the top 3.
That article I sent you, I didn't read it.
Motherfucker, dude. I be sending you hella fucking badass videos and I didn't see it, man.
Oh, did you guys see the NFL thing that I sent you?
Yeah, we're gonna get $7.
Oh,
Yeah, I don't know how much it is, but
That's what it's gonna be.
nah, it should be a good amount because you're paying like $300 every fucking year.
Yeah,
So
but think about all the millions of people that's just gonna split in the pie. It's gonna be $7. Watch.
Maybe.
Dollar Tree gave me like $3.
Hmm.
I don't even want it. At that point, it's just like
so the election is this November?
yeah.
Yeah.
So do not invest your stocks in September.
Second Tuesday in November.
What do you think? You think that should be a holiday, election day?
A holiday?
Mhm.
Why would it be a holiday?
It's a Tuesday. That's weird. That's a weird day
Well, because first of all, it's
to get
the
people to
fucking
go.
presidential election.
Oh.
People
Yeah.
use that as an excuse. Oh, I go to work.
Yeah.
Mm.
And it is the presidential fucking election for the United States, right?
But you also don't want everyone voting. Dude.
But is it just for one day? Like, if you don't go that one day, you can't vote?
You can do a mail-in.
So what's the excuse of, like, oh, I can't go if you could just mail it?
Okay,
See,
so
that's where the
so
debate comes.
I saw
about.
this shit earlier. So say you had like $50,000, or say $1 million. Say you had $1 million. You put it in an envelope and you put it in the post office and mail it to yourself. Would you trust that?
That all $1 million would come back to me? I mean, if we're going like logical or like to make sense, I don't think that would work. Because it'd be like, how the fuck am I mailing it to myself? Because it'd probably get to the same day, right? Or the next
No,
day.
it'll still process in the post office and then come back.
It'll be there in one day.
Probably.
Yeah. So you're saying in one day?
But you would do that? You would trust, like, oh, I'm going to get it back. Nothing's going to happen to it.
If it's here in town, yeah. I feel like I would trust. I would.
Post office.
No, I'm
What
saying
if
because of like the small window of like
What if
the
you're sending
return
it
time.
to your dad that lives in Florida?
In that case, if it's coming from across the country, I'm not trusting that shit.
Okay, so
But if it's here in town, like yeah,
But
it shouldn't be
that's the-
much.
but now your votes, you're in Cali,
Yeah,
and those votes are getting sent to.
Washington.
No,
That's what I'm saying.
someone in
Like
Sacramento, probably.
that's different. So like his example, I
see.
feel like doesn't.
Do not
No,
counter
but-
me.
But that's the whole point of that. It's like, oh, you're gonna mail in your thing.
Mm.
Well, was that gonna get to the right spot? Is it gonna get there on time? Like,
Can someone?
why would you trust that? Like,
Mm.
better give the people the day off. Go fucking vote.
Why can't you just tell the AI like, hey, I'm voting this person?
So you can try now doing it online, but now you're getting into the whole hacker thing.
Yeah,
like
hacker.
Oh.
hacker groups that are gonna
Yeah.
manipulate the shit.
Yeah.
So that's why it's always been paper and fucking counting each fucking paper. Like that's the most like
Like most margin for
secure-
error
exactly like.
decreased.
But
Yeah.
then like, well, you're counting in like, oh, I fucking hate Trump.
Oh,
Like,
then
so
you rip it up and
don't count that one. Like 2, you know, maybe people.
So
do
there's
that.
you're telling me there's no real good reason, like good
No,
like
there might
it's
be,
just-
but you never know, folks. There's some fraud.
Yeah.
That's what they argue. Like that's what they
Mm.
like to argue. Like there might be that type of fraud. They like to say the ID fraud, which to me is fucking bullshit. Where you go vote and then you go vote again.
Mm.
Oh, I need to see your ID
But-
so that I know that you didn't vote twice.
But when did they start doing mail-in votes?
During Obama, no? Oh, the mail-in?
Yeah.
That's been a while, no?
Can you check that?
I feel like that's been already
Just
the thing
put
for a
when did
while.
mail-in votes start in the United States
You can just put U.S.
of China?
But like, at the end of the day, it's electoral college. That's what we need to get rid of. Should be one vote. Like it should be popular vote. In that case, Trump wouldn't have even won his last election. Bush, the first with Al Gore, he wouldn't have won. If it goes to like
Man, bear pig.
yes, man, super cereal. Nobody takes me cereal. Yeah, so like if it's just based on
He
popularity.
was like, nah, he's not one of the first, but he was before Trump. It was him that said the election was rigged, right?
well, because he lost it.
Yeah.
It's one thing if you like. I mean, I don't know.
But he only because it was really close, right? That's what they what I read.
In Florida, where his brother was
Mm.
governor, that's kind of weird. But at the end of the day, like to me, Newsom is more important in California, at least. Hot
Newsom.
take. No, like I feel like we should get rid of that motherfucker first.
Newsom.
Yes,
It
What does
says,
it
it says a little after the Civil War. I guess right after the Civil War happened.
it's been a while.
So like World War One is when it kind of like really got
You ever seen
undergoing.
the movie The Postman? The mail thing was more for military, no? Because they're overseas.
Oh yeah, that's what it was. That's what it was. Yeah, now that I remember.
I thought, oh, no, we were fucking around this whole time. No,
So is there more to this or
no
Is that
that's
it?
it? It's an hour and a half. Dude. It's 7:30. Or it's 8 already.
so?
It's now just gonna be them talking about.
Yeah, it's cool. Well, now we roll on with our regular pod, fellas.
Mhm.
Now we back, baby. Mr. Bidenomics.
Biden.
Oh, Reaganomics.
Sorry. Reaganomics. So I think with the
Trickle down.
that shit doesn't work.
Hey,
It doesn't work.
this is because
It's
the
been
time from a
proven.
transfer that the money drops that someone ends up taking.
Yeah, the guy up on top.
Kind of like
It
mail-in
n-
votes.
It never. It never trickles down, dude. That's what's fucked up. Like
I know,
in-
because
in
somebody ends
theory-
up fucking stealing.
in theory, it sounds like, oh fuck, that'll work. Like it'll trickle down and all the money. Like no, it doesn't. It just doesn't work.
Oh yeah, I agree with you.
Do you? It doesn't sound like you.
I do love Reagan though. You know why? It's not because policies and shit. It's because when there's a time to get out of something, you want your president to be charismatic enough to just crack a joke and everyone goes, yeah. Fuck those Panamanians down there. And everyone forgets about it, you know?
Yeah.
You know? So Obama was so good. Even if it's like, I don't agree with Democrats or Republicans, Obama was so charismatic that he could do shit and then, well, folks, I'm smart. Yeah.
It's actually pretty good.
That's what I'm saying. Like, that guy was so
How long
fucking...
have you been practicing?
But, like, you know, like, it doesn't... I don't care who... Like, all right, you're president, like...
Forgot the...
Huh?
You forgot. So he's my fellow Americans.
My fellow Americans.
Democrats do that, though.
Oh, yeah?
But, no, but, like, I don't give a fuck. Like, all right, one side, whatever. But if there's a charismatic president, they can get shit done.
But wasn't that the same with, like, JFK when he got assassinated? Like, he was a charismatic president.
Mm-hmm. Very charismatic.
And
Yeah.
then what?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
But
So
then what is that set for?
He was like
What
big
does that
brain,
say?
no?
But what does that set forward for the rest of the United States? Now everyone's a conspiracy theorist.
Because of
That's the long-term effects and culture effect on the United States.
He was like super smart, no? Like big brain.
RFK?
Yeah.
But what if that never happened, Mr. Conspiracy Theorist?
What if that never happened?
Yeah, it never happened.
He could have been, who knows? He could have been the worst president. He could have been the best president. He wanted to abolish the, well, you guys say I'm crazy, the federal agents. That was one of his motives.
Another conspiracy.
That's why RFK wants to do that. RFK already said it. He said, I want to disband FBI, CIA.
You can't just do that, though.
They
dude.
can. Who do you think created them?
Okay, what is,
Government.
what's their job?
CIA has to do foreign intelligence, which we know is not the full case because they have done domestic. And what's their loophole? Well, we got to check domestically to make sure because it goes into the foreign.
But they've said that they don't communicate with the FBI, and they're supposed to.
No, you were 100% supposed to,
And they
especially if the case ends up leading into an FBI.
Which most of the
criteria.
time it does. Most of the time it starts here.
So is
sometimes.
that the loophole or not?
What do you mean loophole?
Because then how do you interpret that? You know, some CIA director would be like, nah, this is our shit, and then another would be like, you need to open this up to the FBI,
right?
Based on
a lot of
interpretation.
people wanted me because I want the funding, I want the money from the department. Yeah.
It's based on interpretation.
Okay, but you're gonna get rid of both these departments, and then what?
You don't have to get rid of them.
Didn't you just say you're gonna disband them?
Well, I don't know if you want to disband them. Sure, maybe yeah. Like RFK said, he wants to disband them.
Right.
Would I do that? Nah, I wouldn't do that.
What does that look like, though?
I don't know. Call it like ICA.
Hey, we gotta check something in Afghanistan. Like, well, we don't have a department that does that.
The whole point is that you want to get rid of the people that have already been there for
You're
terms.
fired. You're fired. You're fired. You're fired.
Start it over.
How fucked up is that? Like, what the fuck did I do? I just came in.
Like, they're gonna find a job somewhere.
Where?
Dude, what do you think
I'll
these
find
guys
one
are?
at the FBI.
Do you guys think
Oh,
these
they're
are?
gone too.
Do you guys think these are manager at McDonald's that has been for 20 years and that's all they need?
But you're saying because they're making money. Like, no, I'm not talking about money.
No, I'm not talking about money either. I'm saying that these guys have degrees and shit that they could go use that degree for somewhere else. No, but in all real and in all honesty, like these guys will be able to find another job.
And where? As a cop, as a detective?
Yeah, sure. No, like, but in reality, there's people that are getting cycled in that have already like, how do you say? They get hooked up. You know. Think about it how it is here, right?
Mm-hmm.
You get hooked up, you get a job because you know somebody, right?
Mm-hmm.
Now think about it in a broader term in the CIA, and you keep that culture going. You just keep
you
it
used
going
to work in the
because
CIA?
I had a dad, I had a grandpa, blah blah blah. You keep going. Oh yeah, this is how we were taught, blah blah blah, and it keeps going, and the cycle never ends. Now if you go in there as a president and you just fucking say, hey, you're all fired, we're starting all over. We're gonna stay at CIA, but now we're gonna do a whole new like vetting process, and we're gonna get you in, and we're not gonna look at based on experience or who you know and all that. Let's just start all over.
But what's that?
Now you could because you could potentially get people that are actually gonna do what CIA should be doing, and not what it's already been culturized to do.
What are they culturized to do?
Like I said, they should only be in
I should
foreign policy.
Yes.
But they domestically have. We've seen them domestically spy
Well,
on
we said
people.
it earlier. There's a reason to do that.
See, but that's the problem.
You're saying like, Oh, they're in the U.S. now. Hey, FBI, here you go.
Yes, hand it over.
Yeah,
Give it to FBI,
But
who's supposed
who
to do that
knows
domestic.
how long these people have been working on this case? 3, 4, 5 years, and then all of a sudden, like, oh, here you go. Like, well, I don't know.
Well, is that an ego problem? That's what it sounds like.
A what?
Oh, I've been working on this case for 4 years. I'm just gonna hand it over.
That's why. That's what you're saying to do.
Yes, hand it over.
Okay, so
this
now-
is not your case no more.
Okay, so
Thank
I've
you
been
for
working-
the information.
I've been working on this
I'm
shit
the
for-
FBI.
right.
I'll take it over from here.
Here's 10 years worth of work. You don't even know none of those fucking people. I know them. I fucking went undercover. I've seen all this shit.
Thanks.
But here you go.
Yes, thanks. Give me
no.
all the information. Oh, you know,
You know what's gonna happen? What's gonna happen? And the guy got away.
They're already getting away though, even with spying on their own people, us.
What I'm saying is, yeah, bring it to the FBI, but work with them. Like, hey, we need your resources because we got this guy coming from fucking Istanbul that did some fucking shit, blah, blah, blah. We think he's a terrorist.
But this goes back to the whole Banlin thing, right? Do you not think that in between all that, they could be like, all right, well, let's bring out our...
This guy fucked my wife, so let's fucking follow him. That's what you're saying.
Maybe.
Dude. No, dude,
Yes.
I don't think that shit
Dude,
happens as
There's
often
no
as you
way
think.
you're going to tell me that there's no one in the CIA
I'm not saying no
that
one.
takes advantage of these tools.
I'm sure there's some bad apples. But, dude, how many people are in the fucking FBI? I think it's like a fucking small portion of the population.
Maybe if you... Okay, like, how about in the next episode, look into the FBI and all the shit they've done dirty, and maybe you'd see, like, damn, they killed that fucker because he had his fucking, what is the Second Amendment to keep own his guns. Like, there's a lot of cases of them just fucking killing people for no
You
reason.
don't think someone can just be like, damn, that's a coincidence?
No.
No, there's
They
no
know.
coincidence.
You're going to tell me the best intelligence agency, the best, we put all this money
Best in the
tax,
world, folks.
tax our people
Mhm.
to put in the best people, the best tools and everything.
I'm
And
not
they're
saying
like,
we put in the best.
oh, accident.
Dude, it's human error.
Dude, there's human error, but that human error should only be like 1 to 10%.
It should, but what's, like, how do you know? How do you know this fucking guy's not going to turn? It's the same as hiring someone here. Like,
Yeah.
how do you know they're not some fucking wacko? Like, you don't until, like, fuck, we fucked up.
For example, right? Let's just say you hire someone.
Mm-hmm.
You will know though, as the let's just call you a director of your business.
Okay.
Damn, this food's a little off.
Mhm.
Isn't it you?
Yeah, you're not going to hire that person.
Yeah, you're either not gonna hire him, or as soon as you see some patterns,
Well, then you start seeing patterns.
goodbye.
You can't just say goodbye, though.
You can.
No, because then they're going to sue you for wrongful fucking termination. You need an excuse. No, you need an excuse, no matter where you're at.
You don't think you could do that in the CIA?
No, I'm sure you can try and find something, but what if they're squeaky clean and don't fucking
But they
do shit?
have to report to your director.
Mhm.
There is a chain of command that these guys have to report
Mm-hmm.
to. So how is that getting by? The only way it gets by is if your chain of command is letting that get
He's
by.
like drinking a lot and then like he's in the hospital or some shit, right?
So what do you think, Uli? It was your first like presidential debate you've ever seen. Like,
Went by quick.
was it pretty entertaining?
I mean, we did.
I know,
kinda
we
missed
didn't
the
do a
first
full
30,
one.
yeah.
We didn't do a full one, but was it pretty entertaining? Did you like it? It was.
I mean, from what they're talking about, I don't really not care, but like I don't understand what they're talking about. So it's like
So
I understand some of it just because like I've kind of kept up a little bit with it because I'm kind of like following it with stocks. But
yeah.
like I know that whole the opioid situation. I know Logan Paul brought it up on his podcast because of his fucking co-host
Yeah.
Mike.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, because he's like a drug addict that turned sober or whatever. So I know that because Trump was on his podcast, so they talked about that. Like, oh, what do
Yeah.
you? Like he asked him that same general question, like, oh, what are you gonna do with the opioid crisis? Well, folks, you know, he goes on
yeah,
his rant.
Yeah.
But I guess he has a book, and he handed him the book, like, oh, I wrote you a special note in there, just if you ever get the chance. Oh, I'll read it. I'll read it in the plane on the plane back. You're not gonna read that book.
Yeah. That's funny.
what if he gives it to someone? Just give me the cliff now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I think like next election, when because Biden's not gonna, or no, he should still be able to run if he loses, huh?
Biden?
But he'd be 86.
Yeah,
No.
he'll be 86. Yeah.
Oh, by the next one. Oh.
Yeah, if he loses.
So
yeah.
when it's like a shit, like all the Democrats or all the Republicans, like that's when you get to see like a lot more differences, like
Yeah.
or the slight variations. Like yeah, they're all Democrats or they're all Republicans, but they each have their own little like, oh, like so you're far right, or I mean, toward the camera, far right, and it starts going like inward a little bit. Like okay, you're a little bit more progressive. You're in the middle. Then you start getting left, and then far left, which is fucking like woke shit. And
So the whole
don't go that far, man.
so going like woke, like the whole LGBTQ
Both
rallies and all
extremes.
that.
Both extremes are bad.
Which side is that?
The woke shit.
As of
Yeah,
right
yeah.
now, that's on the left side.
Democratic side. Yeah.
Democratic side. Okay.
Far
But
left.
don't get it wrong. There's some gay Republicans.
Oh, there's a lot of gay
Yeah,
Republicans.
like just cause
They
they
have a
believe a
wife
certain
and
way
kids
doesn't mean they're
and,
not gay.
like,
You know, like there's. But then they had to play their party side. You know, like politically.
Well,
you
that's what even Trump was saying at one point, like, oh, I got to get elected. Like, there's certain shit that you have to do when you're running for a certain party. Like, yeah, this is what the fucking Republicans want. This is what the Democrats want. I have to fucking, even though, like, you'll get presidents.
You have to paint that picture of
they're
like.
more in the middle, but like, or toward more centered. But like, no, I got to, that's far
Play
right
ball.
or far left. I got to fucking feed them a little.
You gotta play ball with them, yeah. Or else if you just don't play ball with any party, you're never gonna get shit passed. No policies get passed. Everyone say fuck you. We're not voting for this.
That's
like,
why those independents, like Robert Kennedy, they're trying to like, fuck, give me some votes. Well, all he's doing is taking votes from the top, the Democrats and Republicans.
which is why I say like a president that's charismatic like Obama, like
You think he can run that as an independent one?
Obama.
No, as someone
No.
that's charismatic. That's an independent. I don't think anyone's ever gonna win. Like
Maybe. Well, why not? Why can't someone who charismatic just all right? I'm gonna pretend to run as a Republican, and then right when the presidential debate starts, I'm independent. What would be the
I
reason
think-
why you can't do
I think
that?
because you're registering as, you have to register.
I can't choose my registration.
No, like I think.
Who says?
I think that's another thing with Robert Kennedy where you have to go,
He didn't start as an independent, by the way.
but you have to go to all these states and like petition and like, hey, put me on the ballot. That's why he couldn't get in, because he wasn't on a lot of ballots. And some of them aren't even reporting it. But you have to do that. So you have to go to the state, hey, I'm running as a Republican. Oh, okay, so boom.
But
So you can't like at the end be like, oh, sorry folks, like I changed my mind. Like,
But do you think you'd be able to hear a president that goes,
The CIA, my name's RFK, and my voice.
Kane? Or
his voice is pretty fucking
yeah,
like,
it kind of is. I think he does have some shit though.
yeah, he got like something happened to his throat, like medically.
Oh,
I'm not making fun of the guy,
That
but
was like,
yeah.
no, I like Robert Kennedy. Like,
I did too.
He's
It
one of
doesn't
those, like-
bother me, but I could see some people getting turned off by it. You
that's
hear
what I'm saying. Like, I think a lot of it doesn't matter to me. The president doesn't have that much power. That,
Do we have a conspiracy theory
they
here?
don't have that much power domestically. I think their power is more fucking international, because like, oh, you're the commander in chief, so you're commanding our military out there, right? Even those,
You know what? Let me give you this hat, bro.
they're not gonna.
So is it like when they do like I guess a war, not really war, but like when they go against each other, is it like there's one representative for each side? Like Biden is
In-
Democrats and then Trump is the Republicans. Like
So
this
you have
this is our
those-
parties.
You have those like the smaller primary elections for the parties to see who's going to be the nomination. Then the Republican Party will be like, okay, our nomination is Donald Trump. Boom, that's why you have the fucking debates. Like, he's our guy. We're going to back him. But before all that, that's when you have the free-for-all. Everyone's up for, like, all these Democrats, all these Republicans. Like, hey, well, you each got to... That's why they have to go toward their base, where, like, they're going far
Take all
right
my
or far
votes.
left to try and get those votes and get those to get the nomination. But, like, so Biden, he's the current president, right? So traditionally, whoever's in office, Democrat or Republican, that party goes with them again. Like, hey, we ain't gonna fuck with you. Just do your thing. You're gonna have to go up against these.
They
other-
they decide all that like maybe a year or two before. Like, all right, does this fool have a good run? Did he not? Did he? We roll with them, or should we push another Democrat or Republican? Doesn't
For
matter.
the most part, there have been instances where they don't, but for the most part,
Yeah.
they let that person just ride.
And everyone thought that this election they would probably roll with someone else because this fool's
His
like,
I
you know,
mean, that's what they kept bringing
6'5",
up.
6'3",
Yeah.
6'2", you know. So, but they never did. They decided to stick with it and trust the process. I guess maybe rig the election again. I don't know. Just kidding. But yeah, it's crazy, dude. It's you think like let's just say you're like, I want to be a politician. I want to make a difference.
But it's a lot. You get in there thinking, I'm gonna make a difference,
Yeah.
and like, no, you're not.
Boom. It's like when you start a new job, you know, you're like, I'm gonna go hard, blah, 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 you know, and then boom, you just see the reality of the system, and you're like,
Yep.
Yeah.
fuck this shit, bro. I'm
Yeah.
gonna do what I just do. You
For
know,
a whole
that's-
fucking year, and then you get like the evaluations, and like, oh, you get the same score as everyone else, even though you fucking work your ass off, and you're like, oh, all right.
That sounds like it hits at home.
Oh no, just a friend.
But yeah, welcome to the political world, Ulises.
Yeah, right. I'm a spectator, dude.
But,
I'm
no,
a
but
spectator.
It's cool. It's like, I don't want to say, Game of Thrones type.
It
but
is
like,
Game of
A little
Thrones-y.
bit like there's some.
Well,
backstories
I haven't
and,
seen
like,
it.
Oh, I'm
I finally
international
saw that.
fruit.
So
That
huh?
beach shit
What happened?
on the beach where it was getting bombed.
Oh yeah, I found
Finally
so that
saw
same
it.
day.
Oh.
That same day, I found it again, and I
The
was gonna
black-
send it to you, but I was like, man,
The Black Sea.
No,
That's what you guys talking about.
I think it's the Black Sea. That's from what I remember. The first article that I saw, I think it said the Black Sea.
Ukraine borders that.
I don't know. I just saw that it was the
'Cause I
Black
thought it
Sea.
was from Ukraine, but maybe the Black Sea is right there. I'm not educated in foreign shit.
But
Yeah, it was just like, just you see it landing mostly
Yeah,
in the
yeah.
water, but
Yeah,
somewhere
yeah.
it was on the beach.
Yeah, yeah.
So the Pentagon was saying like, yeah, there are shit, but like they picked the targets, kind of to wash their hands of the fucking thing.
Mm-hmm.
Like, yeah, we supplied them, we shot our rockets or whatever, but like they picked the target. Like I don't know if they fucked up the coordinates or what the fuck. And this guy over here, he said some very bad things to me. Sleepy Joe, you just like to sleep around all the time. Oh, here he is.
let's hear it.
They already asked the other guy, and he said no. This fucker's young, dude. He's like 30 some shit, 38.
Why is this guy like highly praised right now?
He's one of the the
VP
VP
candidates.
Yeah.
For him, it's a long-term political play.
Yeah.
You get the VP role, and then you make your little mark like how he is right now. And then after either Trump's term or something, then he might be up to be president.
Yeah.
To run for it. To run against
It's like you
DeSantis.
have credentials and shit.
Yeah.
But as vice president, you don't really do much. Unless you're fucking.
Change.
Who said?
Change Sleepy
Who's
Joe's
saying-
diapers or
I
what?
think Kamala Harris has been running this shit.
Where the fuck is she?
Why do you think it's a shit show right now?
He's just a great guy. He's just a great guy, man.
It's a guy you want to have a beer with. That's one thing everyone always says, right? I want my president to be like some guy I can just have a beer with.
Yeah.
Like, what the fuck does that mean? Like,
I think like you will feel comfortable to chill with the dude.
would you ever? Fuck, the fucking president's here. Like, oh, do you like fucking Modelo Negro or like?
Nah, but like if he wasn't even running for president, like would I chill with that guy? Like I think I could take a beer with Obama, right?
With Trump, I would.
I think Trump doesn't drink beer.
No, I know, but like I will drink beer for both of us.
You can't. He doesn't drink beer.
He doesn't.
Just kidding. You want to debate this right now or what?
What? 1 + 1 beer equals 2? Because of your fault, like it's always like the one before that starts the trend. Like to me,
But do you remember who was pushing all those policies? Do you remember? Pushing those policies. But remember, they were like hella pushing, like shut down the businesses, do this. Oh, he doesn't care, the vaccines, blah blah blah. So then he listened, and then boom, inflation goes up, right? Because it's funny, because then now they go, oh, he shut down the businesses. Like, oh, all y'all were
the
saying
one
that.
that said that, yeah.
Are they having their own mini debate here?
Yeah, pretty much. Well, he's testing the future VP.
Yeah,
Maybe VP, you know?
I don't think it will. I'm telling you, it's gonna be some fucking out of
You
nowhere.
don't think it's Vance?
It's not gonna be this guy. What's he bringing to the table? He's too young.
I think that's what he's bringing to the table, youth.
Yeah, but I don't think the
My-
youth are backing him.
But you gotta sell to the Americans that if something happens to me, we have this young fucking buck ready to
You
go.
have that in the back table, but I feel like he doesn't have the experience politically to have like people
Maybe,
behind him.
but are you picking him or Kamala Harris?
Because he,
Do you know who the
That's
youngest
simple, right?
like president or vice president has ever been?
Huh?
The youngest president or youngest
JFK.
vice president?
Youngest president wasn't Obama?
I was gonna say JFK. No, it wasn't.
Oh,
Obama.
JFK. Obama was like 40 something. I remember. Theodore Roosevelt. How old is he? 42.
Mhm.
Okay, what's his?
Joe Biden at 78 is the oldest?
Yeah.
Holy-
It was gonna be Trump,
that's what I'm
but this
saying.
fucker beat him out. Yeah. Trump.
Yeah.
It was Trump before, and then he beat him out.
Jesus.
Yep.
That's what I said. Like, there should be a cutoff for fucking president. Like,
Yeah, this
it
shit.
sounds fucked up, but like, come on, dude. Like, oh no, I'm perfectly fine. Yeah, how many pills are you taking, dude?
Yeah.
Like, the president, like, I don't know if you've ever seen pictures of like before and afters.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Where, like, you just
They
gray
age-
hair,
yeah,
like,
they
you
age
age
hard.
Bad, like,
Obama, he was
Yeah.
all fucking black. And then he's all like white after, dude. Like Michael
his
Jackson.
hair. My bad. But yeah, like it takes a toll on your body. So like someone that's that old, like bro, like that.
I think what I would want to ask people like this is like, what made you want to be like
Why
a politician?
Why
Like,
is that gonna help you vote him for
I'll
no, it's not gonna affect my voting. I just want to know like,
I'll tell you.
what affected you? Like, oh yeah, I want to start like.
ego?
I'll tell you.
I could see that.
People,
Like,
yeah, they like
No.
being in power.
I'm in power. Yeah.
So on this side, on your side,
On your side.
it's an ego thing.
No.
Like
Yes,
Maybe-
yes.
as when you're in high school, you know how they ask you, oh, what do you want to do when you graduate?
I want to
Like,
make a difference.
yeah, like
That's what it is, though.
It starts out that
Some
way.
people.
It starts out that way. Then
Yeah.
you go into like, oh, this is the world.
But this
like,
guy, it said it popped up right there. He was a former Marine. So like, how do you go from like I'm a Marine to like
Because some
I
of
want to
those-
serve my country?
Those guys
Or not serve,
have
but, like-
seen the reality of war, and now they want to go in and make a difference on.
So there have been generals that were presidents. Like,
Yeah, I know. I think majority of
Was
them
it
are, no?
Eisenhower?
so besides Trump,
Eisenhower?
Trump didn't serve Eisenhower, but
Yeah.
I think that should be a criteria there. Like you should have to have served in the military.
Have
You're-
like a military
to
background?
have,
or no?
you don't have to have a military. Like you don't have to be there for tours, but you have to have served. I feel like in order to be president, because now you know what it's like to send troops out there to do that shit.
Sure, but they didn't get to live the public life in the United States. They were fucking living in barracks.
I'm not saying they have to be there fucking.
But
forever.
they don't have experience in living in neighborhoods. And, like, sure, maybe like their youth. But
Yeah.
after 18, a lot of these guys don't get to experience the public life after that. They don't go live a regular adult life after that. See the taxes that give.
That guy
How
ran
many
for
times you
fucking-
hear your military saying, "Can I get a discount?" Like you just no, but it's the truth. Like they don't get to live that life that a regular person that has to go to work a regular job and have kids and all that. Like they get a little different life. Like they
But
get.
they should have like programs where they can fucking meet people and take them out and shit.
What a
Folks,
great
Shout out
idea.
to the
Folks,
boss program.
What he's talking about is the boss program for the single soldiers, and my only proponent for it is that we change the name. Because I would call it something.
what
else.
does it stand for?
Better opportunities for single soldiers.
I mean, that's a good name. Just
Yeah, but then you put it together and it says boss.
big old. sack
Like
of
honestly,
shit.
I feel like not probably next year when I go in there for I don't know if they send me to training again, but if I do get sent, I think I'm gonna raise my hand and say, have
Bob-
you guys thought about in the 20 years of this program to change the name? I think I'm gonna say that.
It's gonna be.
It's been up for 20 years,
I think it's been longer. I think it's been.
and nobody has thought like maybe we should change the boss.
You know what I think?
Because how do I tell a soldier, hey, bro, you want to join the boss program? Dude,
But that's what you have one question to ask them. That's
No,
what-
I'm just not. That was not my own question. I'm just asking like, what makes them
Okay, I'll tell you personally, because I used to want to be one.
a
Well, who said
politician?
that?
A politician or for running for
I
president?
didn't say that.
What's going on here?
Nah, but there's a thing where you know, like, you're like,
If you know, you
this
know.
shit's fucked up, bro. Like, you see the taxes. You see, like, CIA just spying on the Americans, you know, and FBI. Ah, look at you. Fucking Fed boy over here, dude. Fucking Fed over here. Nah, but on the real, like, you start getting a little passionate. You're like, dude, this is fucking bullshit. Like,
I want to make.
somebody
a
needs to
difference.
go in there and change that shit. And then you get someone like that, and he ends up becoming Hitler.
Wow, that fucking just went sideways.
No, but
What do you
that's
mean?
what ends up happening, though, because it's like, right?
Hitler was charismatic though.
I mean, he was, but like, yeah.
But like that's all it takes is like you just get someone that's passionate. Like They feel some type of
No,
way.
I'm sure a lot of them started out in politics because they wanted to make a difference. But once
You got 40 seconds left. Do you have anything else to say?
Yeah.
No, let me just finish that point because 40 seconds. No, I feel like once you get in there, like that shit's out the window, dude.
That's him.
Yep.
Listen.
God damn, he's
Oh,
old.
Wait till he talks.
He's not old, bro.
He looks old.
He has something.
Yeah, you ready, bro? You ever watch South Park? You know that guy that puts the thing on his neck?
No.
It's heading right for us. So Robert Kennedy was saying that he was going to do his own live stream with the debate, answering the same questions that were being asked. So we
Was
probably
that-
should have listened to that.
Was that not allowed or what? Or did he actually do it?
Oh, so he did?
Oh, yeah, he did it, but it's on his own website, whatever the fuck it's called.
Oh, that's pretty smart.
Kind of, but then like, well, at what point are you answering the question? Because they're both talking, you know, like when they ask the question.
It's delayed by 2 minutes, so he had an advantage.
Oh, touche. No, it's not delayed to us. We don't notice it.
So even that, I don't even really understand that whole like Israeli fucking war. What side are we on?
Israel,
Israel,
Yeah.
the Jews.
the Jews, and they're fighting against Palestine.
Yep.
So why is it?
Well, Hamas specifically.
Well, Hamas is like a terrorist group.
But why am I always seeing people put free Palestine?
So Palestine is the broader fucking area.
Mm. That's just the name of the place.
Of the place that wants to be the country.
Mm.
Some countries have already.
So is it like Berlin when they fucking built that wall?
Yeah, you could say that.
Kind of, but
The West.
Like
it
it's
was,
yeah,
it was still West and East
yeah,
Berlin.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
This is now Israel and Palestine.
They want to be their own country.
They want to be their own country.
Yeah.
So right now, technically they have their own areas.
But it's like they're together and they just want like half and you get the other half
so
or
it's,
whatever.
It's
like.
Israel, and then it has the Gaza Strip and the West Bank.
But
So those two areas are theirs. The rest of it is Israel. But Israel controls those areas. They're in command of it. Even though they said, "Here you go." we
So
still
the
control it.
people saying free Palestine is just like give them that land.
Hold
Their
on.
idea is like free Palestine, give them that
They want
land.
their own country.
Okay.
But they want their own. They
No,
want
no,
more
no,
land.
no. Correct me if I'm wrong here. Maybe
That,
you
that
might know.
land is ours.
But don't they fight over Jerusalem?
Jerusalem. Oh, let's listen to this motherfucker.
Oh, there's
Jerusalem specifically. Don't laugh, dude. Don't fucking laugh.
Nah,
He doesn't have those.
full honesty, I would vote for this guy. I really would.
Were you a Bernie Sanders backing guy?
So let me tell you this, and I put Bernie Sanders in the same boat as him,
That's why.
not because of
that's why-
policies,
That's why I'm asking
but because of
who they are.
okay, why is it that Bernie Sanders is running as a Democrat, but the Democrats said fuck you, and the Republicans said fuck you to Bernie Sanders, right? The same way they're doing to this guy.
Yeah.
Republicans are saying fuck you. Democrats are saying fuck you. Are you a threat to that? Like, are you a threat to that two-party system that these guys are just saying, nah, we don't want you at all. Like, you won't listen to us.
See, look. He's not official on all those fucking states. California alone will get him a lot.
Those robots, dude, they're going to work. I feel bad for him, bro.
I feel bad for the guy trying to do the fucking CC.
Fucking subtitle guy's like, what the fuck? The fuck? They're on OBS trying to edit this shit.
What was that?
You saw that, huh?
That glitch, huh?
Yeah.
2 minutes?
You guys call it X?
Sometimes.
Do you like for year? Like I mean, I grew up on Twitter.
It
You know,
sounds
like
better. Saying next kind of sounds fucked up.
yeah.
But what's crazy is like, okay, you're not gonna have him on the fucking debate, but you're gonna fucking interview him after. Like, how fucked up is that?
Because
The criteria, yeah.
No. What's the long-term play here of airing him? Let's just say someone wants the election to go a certain way.
Mm-hmm.
If we air him a little bit here and there, how many votes can you take away from somebody?
Isn't this Fox?
Yeah.
This is Fox.
Oh, I know. This is straight from CNN.
CNN?
No.
See?
Yeah, because Fox was on the TV. This is from their broadcast.
So maybe they want
Oh,
votes taken away from the Democrats. I don't know. There's
NBC.
NBC.
There is strategy to all this shit, bro.
Yeah. That's this Game of Thrones shit, dude.
You mean House of Cards? Yeah, you haven't watched it?
So, anyways, going back to the Palestine thing, like, so
Mm.
Jerusalem is the
Jerusalem. You
is
know
the
Jerusalem,
key,
right?
Because
Dude.
that's the Mecca, the fucking
Bro.
where Jesus descended down.
Oh,
That
But-
gold fucking...
I mean, I don't like. If you were to tell me where it is, I'd be like, I don't fucking know.
The place where you. Whoa.
Oh, yeah. Remember I
No.
sent that UFO video?
That's the area.
Yeah.
But anyway, so that spot specifically is both a Christian, like a religious place,
In the Bible, yeah.
and a Muslim place.
Mm.
So how do you...
So they're saying like, well, no, that's our shit. No, that's our shit. Like, so they're fighting for that area. Just that specific Jerusalem.
Yeah, how do you cut the... Right, let's just say you're cookie cutter. How do you fucking cut that? Like, does that go to Muslims? Does that go to Christian?
You're never gonna solve that.
You're not going to solve that, bro.
And
Why
before
not?
it was Palestine
Why
owned a
not?
bunch of shit.
Okay, you give it to Muslims.
No, I'm saying like.
Religion.
So yeah, I mean, I guess.
You can't fuck with that shit.
Yeah, so yeah, it's just a big old like, how do you do it? Look, I'm
not
just a
gonna
proponent. This is my view. How did we feel when the Americans, us Americans, come in? I say us Americans. Maybe you might not feel that way, but it's all right.
Yeah, yeah.
Cause I'm here now.
I get
But right, you come in, and then the Indians are like,
Native American.
hoo ha, in my land, right?
I mean, but they do that.
Hoo ha
Yeah.
in my land.
Yeah.
right,
That's what they said.
right, hocus pocus, right?
Okay.
Keep your lands, or do we say, hey, you know what, we're
That's what they did. They basically took out a tape measure and went, whose dick is bigger?
mine
It's my fucking area.
is my area.
That's basically
right?
what they're doing. Israel is the one, like, they're more modernized.
Yeah,
We back them, so it's like, that's their country. So now it's like, dude, we gave you the West Bank. We gave you fucking Gaza. We gave you something.
and then you bombed our concert. That's what happened.
Yeah, it's war crimes.
It was a festival, right? Yeah, that's an old.
The hospitals.
Folks, that's a reference to another episode with our special guest Josh. Now, but yeah. So there's a festival going on, and then obviously, who knows, right? You know, you got your conspiracy theory that says, yeah, they bombed them so they could go into war.
Themselves, yeah.
I don't know. You know, I don't know. But innocent people did get bombed, and then they started the war. So this has been going on since
Fucking
World War II.
forever.
Yeah, like it's.
I
Maybe
mean,
even
more
before
modern,
that.
but yeah, I mean, obviously.
Yeah,
it's
the
back in
fucking
days.
the Red Cross Christians and
The Crusaders.
yeah, the Crusaders,
The
the
Red
Red Cross.
Cross.
My bad, I didn't mean
Trying to
to
get some fucking blood.
defame.
homie.
I didn't mean to defame the Red Cross.
They do have red crosses. I know what you meant.
Yeah, no, I didn't mean that. But yeah. It's been going on forever, dude. You don't. That just doesn't get solved. Even if Israel wins or, God forbid, Hamas wins, it's just not gonna get solved.
What if we just take over Ukraine and cut them a piece there?
Well, that's the point of making them NATO.
But like, really, like, what do we give them?
Oh, the
Palestine, like, how do we split Palestine and Israel? Like, there's no peaceful way of like, hey, are you cool if we just give you this and you get this? No, we want Jerusalem.
so Jerusalem is what they're fighting over. Like we want that land.
That's a big.
I mean,
That's a big
huge
part,
part of
dude.
it.
That is a big part.
Is it because it's like the Holy Land?
'cause
It's the Holy Land.
Yes. Think about it. If you're like a devout fucking like whatever.
Mm.
You know what's crazy? The 10 Commandments. You know there's 10 Commandments for Catholics, Jews, and Protestants? They're not the same. The more you know. No, so
Mebo, what's up?
So there's some that are
So
similar.
it's racist.
No, it's not racist. Because Catholicism, they do kind of believe in somewhat. That's why we back Jerusalem. Like, some of their views, like, we believed also the Moses thing with, like, oh, he brought
Yeah,
the
that's
commandments. But the commandments are different. I think that the Jews, they have, they call them words. 10 words.
But
Because they have, like, 100 and whatever the fuck commandments.
But don't the Jews? They believe in the Old Testament and like the
Versus the
there's
New
a New
Testament.
Testament.
So that's where,
Yeah.
like, where Protestants come in, where the Bible, the King James, the King James Bible, that's the one that most people here in America follow.
How
And then-
about delay this by 2 minutes and fact check them?
Yeah.
and that's fucking like Protestants, what Protestants want. So I want to say they're the hugest majority, the Protestants, and they follow the King James Bible, which is similar but not the same.
So do you think the people that are here, like, fucking putting up signs of free Palestine, fucking starting all these fucking, like do friendly protesting or whatever, do you think they know all this, or do you think they just, like, hear it somewhere and they're like, fuck it, free Palestine?
I think it's a lot of 50-50. Like,
It's-
some people are just fucking
I think it's
Like, do you think they're informed, or do you think they're just saying, like, you know what, I'm just gonna go with the it's like sheep mentality, I'm just gonna go with the herd.
Like, oh, compassion. Like,
yeah,
they're
it's
very
compassion.
compassionate. Like,
It's compassion.
I feel
You
sorry
know,
for, like, okay.
it's like what they're accusing Trump right now. Oh, he didn't show
he's
enough
not
compassion
Exactly. Like,
to this about his serving in the military, John McCain. It's the same thing.
So you think they just know, like, half of what's happening? Like, how you guys just explained it to me, you think somebody explained it to somebody and like, oh, I feel bad.
they're not
Yes,
even seeing
it's
that.
the feel bad part.
They're just,
It
yeah,
is.
exactly. They're just feeling the, like, well, those are human lives. Like, all human lives matter. type
Because
of shit.
they put themselves in like, oh, if I got bombed and fucking my family, that's what they think about. It depends how you're raised too. Like, there's just some people that were raised to give compassion and, hey, how would the shoe fit if you'd wear it, right? And then you're raised another way where it's kill or be
Realism.
killed,
Yeah.
right? You're in an environment where, hey, like I gotta look for my own. And the people that like grew up like that are more like, nah, it's Israel, or like it's just no
You
in
gotta back
between.
one.
It's not, it's just it's that or that.
Mhm.
And then there's people that are like, nah, you gotta think about it from the other side, and they have compassion. And both are right. There's nothing wrong with it, but it's just, what do you think is the reality of it? Because at the end of the day, if there's a war declared,
You gotta pick a side.
you gotta pick a side. And that's where that's personally where I stand. Is like,
We've never had a
It-
problem with
it-
Israel.
what if you're Palestinian and I'm Israel, and I maybe before we win a war, I'm like, damn, but if I was in his shoes, you know. But then now my government declare war, or your government
can't
declare war on
officially.
me. I can't think like that no more. Now I gotta think about, I gotta get rid of you. Like, it's just perspective on it, you know. And it's sometimes it's how you raise. Sometimes it's what part in your life are you in right now? Like, how do you feel about your life right now? Like, some people just go based off that, you know.
Mhm.
So, but yeah, like I mean, there's no, I don't know. There's just,
You're not gonna solve it.
yeah, you can't solve it. And at the end of the day, if once war is declared, I'm on the side that, hey, it's kill or be killed. It's at the end of the day, that's just what it is.
To me, it's who's modernized. Not just because, like, well, fuck, we've been
But do you think
helping them for years. So
do you think that's like a small domino effect though? Because I've seen like the war thing of like something small could lead up to bigger shit. So you think it's like something like that, like, okay, they declare war. They're such a small country, it doesn't really matter.
Right.
But then the people that back them, or like the countries that back them, are gonna say like, hey, now we gotta protect them. Now we're gonna go to bigger countries,
So
countries,
that's
and
what-
that's what NATO
happens.
is. That's what NATO is. That's what they're saying. Article 5, whatever,
I don't know my articles.
where it
but-
says if you attack one of a NATO country, which fuck how many?
But didn't
countries are
Biden say that earlier?
That's what I'm saying.
yeah.
So if you attack one of the countries, that means all the countries are gonna come and fuck you up. Like, hey, you just fucking shot a rocket at my homie over here. Like,
So
we're gonna fuck you up now.
So this is the only part where I have been iffy about Trump, because I like Trump a lot, but
No.
I can't tell.
there's a part of me where I'm like, I do agree with the NATO, like that idea of, hey, if you touch
Right.
if you touch him,
Mhm.
now us three are getting involved,
Okay.
and what does that do to the one person that's gonna hit you?
It deters them from fucking doing that.
Yeah,
But
I'm not gonna hit you. At least
One, like, we're the main motherfuckers in that, right?
Yes.
England, who has a great navy, some fucking airplanes. Then you have
some fucking
Huh? What do you mean?
some fucking airplanes.
No, well, their air force is good too. Their navy's good.
What's their Air Force
The
called?
Royal Air Force.
Oh yeah, Royal Air
Yeah.
Force. I thought
So
it was
they
like
have them.
awful Air Force. Nah, just kidding.
Then you
Belgium,
have-
right? Just kidding.
Then you have who?
Belgian waffles. Come
Maybe
on, bro.
Germany. Belgium. Yeah, maybe Germany. Australia's always backing us, but like a lot of these countries, like they don't have much to offer. Like, yeah, they have their defenses obviously because they're a country, but a lot of them are like, yeah, we gave you all that.
See,
Hey,
that-
you're our friend. Here's some fucking fighter jets. Hey, you're our friend. Hey, here's some fucking tanks.
But
Like,
but give them the full perspective, because look at, right? Obviously, United States is going to be probably the biggest. They're the ones going to put in the most money, right?
Mhm.
Now, Trump's perspective, it goes like this: hey, I'm putting in our percentage of money,
give it.
Where's your percentage?
Yeah.
Are you putting the same amount of money into this NATO army? Are you putting the same amount of money? You guys are fucking us over.
Nobody can.
Yeah. All right. Well, why am I supporting you guys? That's Trump's perspective.
Mm-hmm.
The other perspective is, well, obviously you got to stay loyal.
But it's a good excuse because it's one of those where like, okay, so obviously you have Russia, you have China, you have Korea.
No, North Korea.
Iran. Like, there's a few countries where like we got to keep them in check so that if they attack any of these motherfuckers, we can come in and fuck them up. I think that's the excuse for NATO. We're like, we got to be part of this.
Keeping them in check.
Yeah.
Keeping them in check.
Making
like,
sure, like, hey, relax on the power. It's like a power check.
Our extension of, like, you fuck with them, like, we're going to come fuck you up. Like, that's why with this whole thing with the...
This is why I'm highlighting Trump's view, though, because I'm not trying to say what's right or wrong. But from the Americans' perspective, right? At least half of the country resembles with Trump because, well, why are we spending all this money for this NATO thing, and we got issues of our own here? We got fucking.
We're never gonna turn that money.
Poor people.
We're not gonna take away from defense ever.
Yeah, but this is their perspective, though. Well, why you gotta hire our taxes? Why do we gotta pay more?
We should charge
for people
these motherfuckers. Yeah.
In fucking France, for people in fucking Ukraine, for people. Why do we gotta pay more taxes that they won't do for us or won't put in the same amount of money?
It's not that they won't. It's just they can't.
They can't.
We have a big GDP.
When we have problems of our own, our roads are failing, our fucking education sucks, right? So this is what I'm trying to just give you the whole broad like perspective is like, there's not an easy answer, bro. You can't just be president and be like, the answer is this, like we gotta fucking make sure that we're strong in NATO and they don't fuck with us. Because then now you got to think about, well, what about my Americans here domestically? Like, these guys are struggling. The taxes are high. We're fucking our own people over just to support these guys. Now, and then you go back over there. But then what happens? Well, now X and X are not going to support you no more. You get punched in the face, and we're not there no more. Which one do you want?
Damn, dude, did you get media work before this, or what the fuck?
No, but then, like, the whole thing...
I don't know, that camera changed me, bro.
With Crimea, the way fucking Russia just took over, it's like, yeah, you're not going to do nothing about that? Like, they just took over a piece of a fucking country, like...
Because I've heard también with China and... Taiwan, or Thailand, or whatever. Taiwan. Yeah. Where they're like inching closer to just, like, fucking take over that area.
Abortions?
Oh, you want to go into abortion? Oh,
didn't we talk about that one time?
They talked about it before.
I got a deep one for abortion.
Before you got here, they were talking about that. There's also analysis where like they're trying to say like, oh, I'm just gonna be a fucking slut and just go have an abortion.
Oh, we were talking about this before you got here.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
But it's not for that. It's for like someone that got
assaulted.
I don't want to fucking say that because
we said assaulted.
Yeah. So it's for that and like for incest shit where like. Yeah, they're not gonna have that person's fucking kid. Like that's fucked up. That's who's getting abortions, but they want to make it think like, nah, it's just fucking a free for all. People are just fucking and fucking having abortions.
I think it goes back. It circles all the way back to the empathy thing. Oh, you have a life, like you're making life. Although it is a fucked up situation, it's life.
I
yeah.
agree with Uli.
It is a religion thing, obviously. Like it
but
starts
like,
at conception.
Okay, it's fucked up, right? Okay.
What is?
Okay, I'm gonna tell you opinion, and then I'm gonna tell you what I really think is happening.
Okay, I'll tell you the same thing.
Opinion, number one, opinion. Let's just say with the current abortion laws, you can't abort it, right? Or like it's a little hard. Who's to tell you that kid would grow up and fucking love you, and like?
No one's arguing that.
But a lot of people don't think about that.
No, but I think it's more the woman psychologically. Like, I don't want to have this kid from a guy I don't fucking know.
But this kid could be beautiful. Like it could be.
We're not arguing that.
No, but
that's not the argument.
But you have to include that in the argument because that you have to include that.
We're not saying they're gonna come out ill-informed. We're saying they don't want to have this kid that's gonna remind them of a fucking time where like, you know what I mean? Like they don't want to be reminded.
I understand that, but you have to include the idea that this is a life. This could be a beautiful thing. And that person will love you. That person might even bring happiness to your life that you might have never known would have happened to.
They will.
Well, we don't know that.
No, they will.
But you could. Okay.
But
now
it's-
you're making me go.
No, but it's
Yeah.
the chick as a parent knowing like I'm still gonna love this kid because it's hers, right? Like I'm trying to put myself in her shoes. But at the end of the day, it's a reminder, constant reminder of like, damn, I got like they don't want to have that shit, dude.
But okay, so.
You know what? Like a good movie about that is American Me, because that's what what's his name?
Mm-hmm.
Fucking
Tata.
What was the main character's name?
Santana.
That's not Santana. That's from it's the same guy, but it's anyways, yeah. But it's the same thing where like the mom was
got
yeah,
raped by that
but the sailors.
soldier.
Yeah. But and the dad never loved him for that. Like it's like, oh, you're not. I don't know which one of those sailors your dad is,
That's
but
the case of like they're already a couple.
yeah.
Say the lady was by herself.
Yeah.
I don't want.
No, but like he's saying like, oh, I could create this child. Like yeah, like I mean, look what happened to him. But the dad never like looked at him in the eyes of like, oh, that's my son. You know.
I'm not saying it's the right thing to do by law to not let him abort. I'm not saying that. I'm just saying from my perspective, like that kid can bring you a lot more happiness than you would have never thought it could have. You know. Now, what is the right thing to do? I think the right thing is you allow.
Them if they want
Yeah,
to.
it's their choice to abort. Now, personally, like I'm just saying, like you shouldn't abort it.
Your own, yeah.
But the right thing to do is the law should be that it's your choice. But now I'm going to the deep part. What I think is going on here. Let's just say we're on the theory of what Elon Musk has been saying, that there's going to be a crash in population.
He just had his 12th kid, by the way.
Yeah. If you're on that theory like Elon Musk that says, hey, there's about to be no one's fucking anymore. There's no more babies.
Actually,
How
they're
we're gonna
fucking a lot, but just
Okay,
yeah,
see, so,
But it's
okay,
that,
hold on, yeah. So, right, we're in a social security issue right now, right? And you know how
because of the boomers.
yeah. And you know how? Let's just go back in time. The baby boomers. It was a great idea.
But now you're causing the same thing right now for the future generations.
So that's where the deep theory goes. Like, okay, maybe what they're trying to push for is that, hey, how about we push this law so let's make it harder that you can abort it, and we may hopefully that we start
Catches back
having
up.
more babies, and then maybe we'll eventually catch up to start supporting that Social Security.
But
That's where I'm getting at. Like what Elon Musk is saying, like, hey, there's about to be a population crash. What if we anticipate it coming? So now, what can we do to push laws and shit to
I feel
make
like
sure that goes
the
that way?
boomers are dying off already. Like the boomers are starting to die off. So now the next generation from that didn't have that the population boom that the boomers did.
But if
So
you
there's
kill
gonna be
enough
less
of 'em-
people collecting Social Security because the whole point is it's Social Security, right? If I'm not mistaken.
Yeah.
There's not gonna be enough Social Security because the current workforce is not putting into Social Security to fund all the boomers.
It's an upside down triangle.
Because there's a shitload of them.
Yeah.
But now they're dying off. Now it's going back to like, well, these people, there was only a handful of them.
But do you know if they're dying off at that rate or not? Because I don't.
It's age. They're getting older.
But
the
the
boomers
way Elon Musk has
the
been
boomers
talking,
were people from the 50s, no? 50s or 60s?
the way Elon Musk has been talking though. Anyways, like I said, it depends. I don't know the way they've been presenting the way, because the only way you could break down what government's thinking is, okay, let's see what policies are they pushing. Well, why are they pushing that policy? Don't you think Democrats would have pushed really hard back on that and like really cost some shit if they really didn't want that policy in? Like I feel like
Policy? What's the policy you're talking about?
the abortion policy.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, like
No, but that's because Trump appointed 3 fucking justices. Now you have a conservative leaning justice system. Or
yeah, but when did they change that policy? It wasn't in Trump's presidency. It was in Biden's.
Was it? It was 2 years ago? 2-3 years ago? Yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
But at the end of the day, those are still Trump's appointed justices.
But what's that whole thing? Politician, right?
Mm-hmm. The give and take.
Yeah. Now, why would they agree on that? Why would they let that happen?
Because we were talking about that before you got here, where Trump supports the reversal of Roe versus Wade, the abortion thing, but he doesn't support a federal ban. He's saying let the states decide to whatever, which is kind of fucked up to people that live in fucking like Kentucky or whatever. One of those, I don't know if that's even one of the states, but it's fucked up for them. We're like, no, you're telling this lady to have to travel to a different state in order to get whatever medical shit that she needs. Right? Like, is that fucked up? Is that like, well, maybe she can't, but hey, this other person can. So now they're going to have a kid that they maybe didn't want.
But see, now this is why I started with my opinion, what's right, and then what's the deep,
fake,
the deep theory of it. Because yes, you're right. In my opinion, yeah, it should be up to the state. But what if I have a fucking ex running that state?
Right.
Am I really gonna let this fucker ruin like the long-term goal of what should be for the remaining of the United States?
That's what I'm saying. The governors are more important. Sometimes.
Maybe. I don't know.
Certain states.
Because if I don't like X, then I'm going to push a federal policy to make sure that everyone follows suit because we need Social Security. Let's just say if it's Social Security, right? We need Social Security to cover these baby boomers, you know?
I would assume federal law trumps state laws, right?
Yeah, it's supposed to.
It's supposed to, right?
In some ways, yeah. In some ways.
If it benefits us or just in general? Because you know how, like, let's say minimum wage. The federal minimum wage is fucking low compared to the state California minimum wage. I think that the federal... Nah, never mind. I don't want to fucking just say a number out of my ass.
No, I know what you're saying, but it's like, okay.
When it benefits us, it's the state, but when it doesn't...
Well, it's because, like, okay, Hillbilly Hill thinks... All right, what the hell? Fucking, I don't agree with this shit.
What are they talking about?
Well, I'm sorry, Hillbilly Hill. You're just not educated enough to understand that 10, 20 years from now, this is why we need this policy. So why, as much as we're a democracy, we still need some kind of directness, some kind of...
Directness? Is that a word?
No. But you need some kind, you know, because Hillbilly fucking Steve... He didn't go fucking finish high school or get educated. He's just saying his feelings. Right. And sure, we listen to the American people, but if it doesn't make sense 10, 20 years from now, we got to think about that.
I know what you're saying, but
no.
A good majority of the people, they're uneducated, right?
I don't want to say that.
No, they're uneducated.
A lot of people...
Okay, so what's fucked is like, you know, I don't know if it was with you guys in school, but when we were in school, you had your honor roll students that were in classes, you had your regular students, and then you had your 222 students. They were separate.
It was Read 180 when we got there.
What was it called?
Read 180. So it was Read 180, and then they changed it to, they had math, and they added Math 180. Because it's right there, like, once you go down the office, it's like right there. Yeah.
Room 222. Yeah. So that's who it was. And it worked. Like, they're separate. We were all separate every time. Now you're in a society where all of us are together, and we're all fucking have to be together.
I don't think, like, in school?
And everything.
Oh, in school, I feel like it was still separate.
Is it?
Yeah.
It was separate, but equal.
It's
supposed to be.
It's because there was still, like, honor classes that you can take, and then...
And then regular classes, and
but you didn't
222.
cross-mingle. It was just one was like, nah, you're part of that crew, you're part of that crew. With the internet, like, yeah, those 3 classes are cross-mingling, and, like, that's not a good thing.
Do you think somebody walking by can just see that TV and like, what the fuck is going on in there?
Dude. That's what I'm saying. Like, from over there, you can see
it's
the
a good angle, though, because majority of that little banner you have covers most of it.
Clutch.
Yeah, that was clutch.
I thought it was.
But you should have flipped it over and promoted the 59.
Yeah. Like 20 years ago.
Oh, see, Biden, this is what it looks like without inflation. Dude, $15.99 for what?
Large pepperoni.
God, bro.
I remember when it was $11.99.
I'd kill for that.
Oh, it was like
$8.99. No, I remember
I'll
$8.99
strangle
too.
someone for that. I just kidding. That's crazy.
You know what's crazy? I remember Moon was talking to me about that in class. Because he would always use me as examples because of the pizza. And I remember, like, I don't know why it stuck to me. And it's crazy. Very much.
Yeah.
But it's crazy, like, how much I could see it now. Where back then at the time, I think our pieces were like $18. Like the large pepperoni were $18. So then I remember he gave me an example one time where he's like, how much is your small pepperoni? And I'm like, at the time, I fucking whatever, like $10 or whatever. He's like, all right, so when you're my age and you guys like all are my age, that small pepperoni that's $10 right now is gonna be worth $30 when you're my age, and you guys are all gonna be okay with it because that's what the price is gonna be.
It's inflation.
Yeah. So that's what he was explaining to us. Like, yeah, so when you guys are my age, it's gonna be $30 for a small, and you guys will be like, oh, that's crazy, but you guys are still gonna pay it because you guys have to, because you guys have to eat.
That's cheap.
Yeah.
That wasn't how it was though pre-70s though.
We're talking gold standard.
Yeah,
Well,
that has a lot to do with it.
there's only a
It's
certain
fake
amount
money,
of gold.
bro. It's fake money.
Yeah,
That's-
fiat. It's called fiat money.
That's why we need to win the war. Yeah, cause it's fiat money, bro.
Right now, it's backed on oil, and if motherfuckers are buying oil not with the dollar, like the BRICS and all those, the India, fucking Russia, and they're buying it out.
Well, does that mean electric is our enemy?
Because it's not oil
Yeah, like don't we want to keep oil?
to a degree.
Isn't that why we killed Tesla?
But if you're not with me, then you are
You're
my enemy.
I had the high ground.
But I know China has a couple of mines, like cobalt mines and shit. You ready? We already did it.
Oh shit!
We already did it, dude.
You gotta shake
Are
it.
you
You gotta shake it. You gotta
serious?
shake it. You
Nah,
gotta shake it.
y'all
You gotta shake
We
it.
already did it.
Y'all lying. Go back on the.
Wait,
video.
isn't there water or some shit? You gotta put it in.
Maybe, I don't know.
Let's go in row. Let's go in row.
No, we already did it.
Nah.
Initial
nah.
activation instructions. Do not remove cotton ball. Add 1 spoonful of water using an included spoon. Close lid tightly.
Wait,
Shake
wait, wait.
well. Uncap. Snip. Perform.
What's the water for?
To activate it.
Shit. I'm not ready for this.
There you go, water.
Whatever.
Or
It can't be any worse than
let's just wait till
cocaine,
the
right?
end. Let's just wait till the end.
Just
'Cause
kidding.
that'll wake us up.
Hey.
Oh, bro, I can
hey,
smell it
if
from
this
here.
Shut up.
Yeah. Holy fuck.
Hey. All right, we'll go another like 3 hours, right? After this. Are you serious? You can smell it?
Dude, I could smell. That shit's pretty strong from here. Kind of smells like.
Cat piss.
No, it doesn't smell like piss right now. Maybe with the water, but kind of smells like. It just smells like dirt. Like, you know what? Like, just dirt. Like, not like earthy dirt, but just like dirt.
Like
Dirt.
shit.
All right, ready?
Austin,
Oh.
it is shit.
No.
All right, I'm gonna look into the camera while I do this.
Look into my eyes.
Yeah.
Shut up.
Nah.
It went into my eyeball, dude. Hey, what? It does smell like piss. Nah, it straight smells like piss, but nah, it's not terrible. It went straight into my eye, though. Like, it burned my nostril into my eye. I'll tell you, it burned your nostrils.
Fuck. Holy shit. Holy shit. Okay, I see.
Yeah, right.
Yeah,
Fucking
yeah.
faker,
That does feel
dude.
good. That does feel good. No, I smelled it the first time, but it just wasn't strong.
Yeah, because you were
That
like
was
way
strong.
back here, dude.
Like you?
Balls to the wall.
But I get it now. Like,
Did it hit your eyeballs?
yeah, you know, I feel it in my eyes.
Yeah, it felt it in my eyes.
You see?
Fuck, dude.
You're like Joe Biden's eyes?
Yeah. Give a speech. Give a speech.
That is straight piss, huh?
Yeah.
Why is it like that?
It's 'cause I think it's the water.
Oh, fuck, bro.
God damn.
Give me another hit. Give me another hit. Just like an addiction at this point, dude.
I don't see how that, like,
Maybe
you
if
can
you
still
do,
kind
like-
of smell it.
Ah!
Jesus Christ. The eye thing, I see what you're
Yeah,
saying.
like it goes into like.
Yeah. Well,
It's a bonus episode.
our AMF listeners, that will conclude our first episode on a video of this podcast. So tune in, vote for
Trump, Biden, Robert Kennedy.
Vote for whoever you want because we will be here no matter what. And we'll support it or argue against it. And totally not what our shirts are wearing, our hats are wearing, or that Dallas Cowboys hat doesn't indicate what we will be voting for. Nothing like America's team or America's president, you know?
America's podcast.
Thank you for joining us. It's our first ever video episode. And here's to many